Ever wondered how your body performs emergency surgery in seconds when you're injured? It's through blood clotting. Let's break it down. Blood clotting, also known as coagulation, is a complex series of events that prevent excessive bleeding when a blood vessel is injured. This process involves several key mechanisms which are grouped into three main stages: vascular spasm, platelet plug formation, and coagulation cascade. A quick challenge. Can you name 3 clotting factors before we get to the common pathway? Pause now, drop your guesses in the comments, and see if you were right by the end. The first stage, vascular spasm. When a blood vessel is damaged, it constricts to reduce blood flow to the area. This is known as vasoconstriction. This is a temporary response that helps limit blood loss. This response is initiated by the cells lining the blood vessels called endothelial cells. These cells release signaling molecules such as endothelin, which promote vasoconstriction. The second stage, platelet plug formation. When the endothelium is damaged, underlying collagen fibers are exposed. Platelets adhere to these exposed collagen fibers via a factor called the von Willebrand factor. This factor acts as a bridge between platelets and collagen. The adhered platelets undergo activation. They change shape and release granules that contain chemical signals to attract more platelets to the site of injury. The activated platelets stick together to form a temporary platelet plug that covers the injury site. This helps to seal the break in the vessel. Here's a fact. Platelets don't have nuclei, but they still pull off complex signaling and shape-shifting. It's like working as a builder without a blueprint, but still nailing the job. The third stage, coagulation cascade. This is a series of reactions involving clotting factors. The clotting factors are proteins mainly produced by the liver. The cascade is divided into 2 pathways, intrinsic pathway and extrinsic pathway. These cascades converge into a common pathway. The intrinsic pathway is activated by the damaged surface of the blood vessel. This pathway involves several clotting factors such as factor 12, 11, 9, and 8. It leads to the activation of factor 10. The extrinsic pathway is initiated by external trauma to blood vessels which release tissue factor from damaged tissue. Tissue factor interacts with factor 7, which leads to the activation of factor 10. Both pathways converge into a common pathway. Both converge at factor 10, which is activated to 10A. Factor 10A converts factor 2, also known as prothrombin, to factor 2A, also known as thrombin. Factor 2A converts factor 1, also known as fibrinogen, to factor 1A, also known as fibrin. The fibrin strands cross-link and contract to form a stable clot which seals the wound. To recap, blood clotting is a complex series of events that prevent excessive bleeding when a blood vessel is injured. The process involves several key mechanisms which are grouped into 3 main stages: vascular spasm, platelet plug formation, and coagulation cascade. The vascular spasm involves the constrictions of the damaged blood vessel to reduce blood flow to the area. During the platelet plug formation, the damaged blood vessel activates platelets which stick together to form a platelet plug that covers the injury site. The coagulation cascade is divided into 2 pathways, intrinsic pathway and extrinsic pathway, which converge into a common pathway. Both pathways lead to the activation of factor 10, which eventually leads to fibrin formation. The fibrin strands cross-link and contract to form a stable clot which seals the wound. So next time you get a paper cut, remember your body just launched a full-on biochemical battalion to save you. Now that you've mastered blood clotting, in the next video we're diving into the composition of blood. Stay tuned. Stay curious.